It's always around this time that the groups reach their crunch in, either 3-0 or 3-1, to advance. And a 128 break in the opening frame, all good well for the former Welsh Open and Players' Championship winner. Now can Zhu Ce apply more pressure to Judd Trump?
Well,
he's undoubtedly been the player of the day on either table, actually. I thought his win over Jimmy White was terrific. Breaks of 75, 95 and 120, and that was the kind of pot we've become accustomed to seeing from him.
4.
Had to be pretty precise here to get on this red off the green.
5.
Needs to focus now, and maybe the fact Juice won the first frame will make him. He's been on his travels. He was in Macau last week, launching a new event there, which actually starts on Christmas Day. He's doing exhibitions with Jack Lazowski and Ronnie O'Sullivan. That's worked out nicely. Yeah, but he's back to work now in terms of the sort of week in, week out circuit. Obviously, if he wins tonight, he'll be back next week for stage 2, and hopefully for him for stage 3 as well.
He's never won the ranking version of the Championship League, but he's won the invitation event on 3 occasions. And our competition today was all about when his first ranking title arrived. That was in 2011, as Dave said. But his first win in the Championship League predated that by 2 years.
17.
And I think it was a really important success for him, Dave.
Definitely, because he was in with the big boys, wasn't he? I mean, he was only 19, I think, at the time. He beat Mark Selby in the final. You know, he beat other top players, and he was learning how to be in that company and learning that he deserved to be in that company. Landed on this plant.
25.
It took him a while when he turned pro. You know, he'd won so much as a junior. Maybe he thought it would be a bit easier than it was. He came up against gnarled old professionals who nailed him to the bulk cushion, playing a different sort of snooker to what he was used to. But he found his way. Everyone takes as long as they take. And when he won that China Open, he was only 21, so it didn't take that long.
Yes, he turned pro 6 years before that. So it's like the old showbiz joke. Took him 6 years to be an overnight sensation. But after winning in Beijing, never looked back.
39.
Now this is a pressure ball. You think, on the face of it, black off its spot. Judd Trump. Shouldn't be a problem. But they can go astray. So can position, but not on this occasion.
46.
It was a valiant attempt to continue the run, But the red immediately below the pink, I think, is preventing the red just to the right of the pink going to middle.
Judd Trump 54.
Doesn't win in one visit, but a pretty good contribution nevertheless.
Has left a chance though. It's a middle. Yeah, so let's see how far Schuster gets here. One by one, all these reds are gonna pot, taken in the right order. On the four that are around the pink, that is. Obviously, there's two nearer cushions that are gonna take good shots to get on.
Trump's last shot of the break
8.
was a shot to nothing in many respects, but he hit it so thick. That's why the tactical aspect of the shot was off.
No. $60. $70.
Just enough pace for the cue ball to nudge the red.
$25.
Increasingly promising, this. Two semi-awkward reds, but nothing that Zhu can't solve.
We're at that point in the day where this is, of course, by far the most important match now, so every moment in it has the potential to affect who eventually wins this group. But this is the last of the loose reds we mentioned, then it's the two to deal with close to the right side cushion. No colours safe, so it's about these two reds. Well, he's got on the first of them,
39.
so maybe a bit of concern for Trump.
40.
Wobbled a little, but it's in. And now there's more potential to drop on what is clearly the pivotal last red. Could hardly be much better than that. You would think the frame hinges on this.
42.
Centre cut. The Judd Trump modus operandi is to try and win frames in one visit. He took on a red that was asking quite a bit. I don't think he expected to leave one to middle, but he did, and this is the outcome. Zusa on the verge of 2-0.
To be fair to Trump, where the balls were, you know, the clearance was going to be very, very tough. But Zusa has done all the hard work.
48.
So now it's just a question of closing it out. And 2-0 really raises the stakes. Trump would have to win the last two frames.
51.
Now then, Joe Perry with a good chance on table 2 for 2-0. Just slightly lost his way here, but he's in front by 26. Still with a chance of the red to the middle.
55.
Blue and pink required.
60.
Well, if you're not impressed by this, you should be. That was far from a simple clearance.
$73 on the front.
Excellent. Two awkward reds to sort out. He did that, and he could be sorting out the group. He leads Judd Trump 2-0. He needs one more frame, and he